is what we call
hater shit.
There is no better term.
Okay, I just had to because of the iron. It's just so funny. Okay, well, this part's sad. It says Switzerland has legalized a SSPI. The device promises a painless delete within a minute. And then Heather says, if this is real, how do people get high off nitrous oxide and not die? Like, good job, Heather. Of course you had to mention. Just be quiet. Like, just shh. We all know you do.
More badgering at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm woken up 1 a.m. from a sleep. 36 weeks pregnant. I'm literally pouring hydrogen peroxide in my ears. I cannot sleep. I'm exhausted. I'm uncomfortable. I'm exhausted. I'm in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Placed an order at Amazon yesterday. Listened to a bunch of high frequency, high vibe motivationals. They refuse to allow me to be in a mind space that is anything other than detrimental. Every single time I release myself from this tremendous line of questioning, accusations, and badgering, by doing whatever I can, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's listening to motivationals, whatever it is, they literally allow it for about 2 hours before they shit right on my fucking lap again. I cannot take it. So then I've been telling you guys, someone keeps on nefariously going into my Amazon account, clicking that they purchases that they have not made. So for the people who would be assisting me and sponsoring me and ordering me what my baby needs, they think it's already been purchased. So I've gone in at least 3 times, unchecked everything. They just go back in and recheck it. Apparently this is a feature that Amazon has allowed for the general public. I don't buy it. I think it's nefarious. I want it to stop. Who the fuck do you even call anymore? I am being held in a tent, sometimes raped. It is -7 degrees this week, -12 another day this week. They don't do shit. They don't help. They have all of the...
You don't do shit. You don't help.
Information they need. They have numerous police reports, numerous medical records. There is nothing else I can do. What else can I do? They've chased me out of 21 jobs. Do you know why? Because with money, I have freedom. That's why.
What? Anyways, she says, for the record, I have no relationship with either Dylan nor Marissa and have not spoken with either since 2020. Leave me the F alone. I have 3 children and 1 on the way. Get away from me. Why? Stop talking about them.
As I said, I have hydrogen peroxide in my ear. That's why I'm holding my head like this. And lastly, this has been ongoing for 4 years, yet I've still been producing for GoPro Solo. I'm the model. I do my own hair. I do my own makeup. I create my own statement modeling photo shoots. I put together the budget for them. I get everything that I need. I walk around this fuckhole of an existence, pushing myself to not stop working, and I do it all sober. You guys continue to ask me why Marissa and Dylan are fucking trash bags that get wasted every single night on every drug they make. Maybe it has something to do with the way that you treat me. Maybe they're not as strong as I am.
Wow.
Maybe they're not as pregnant as I am. So maybe they think if they stay wasted, you people don't stand a chance at badgering them or harming them. Maybe they're addicts because you make them like that. Maybe that's why. And they're still treating me like shit and holding me in a fucking tent. This shit is crazy. I have no criminal record. I am a civilian.
Sometimes you could be so powerful in your truth that just a person standing on side of you expose them for who they really is.
We're watching, what are we watching? Valerian. And I'm doing a bit of self-care. I'm not writing. I'm not writing until I get into a comfortable space to write in. Have you guys ever done anything, like, even just sitting like this? I have a huge belly. Like, the most comfortable position for me is laying on one side or the other with something underneath my tummy. So I'm like not feeling comfortable at all. And have you ever tried to like do something or write something, recall something or whatever? with also being in tremendous amounts of discomfort physically. Even just communicating sometimes when you're in pain, you're like, want to kill someone, you know? So I'm not putting too much pressure on myself to write right now. I am going to reactivate the website in the next month or two, but someone like literally disassembled it, like in the about page. If you've ever purchased a website before, you build it out yourself, but they put placeholder, what they call placeholder text in the body. I have erased that so many times and written my own, and they just continue to fuck it up. So I'm going to give it a moment before I reopen that website, because that is a custom domain, so I do own it, but I just don't have the mental capacity in this, space of being 37 weeks pregnant in a tent, still awaiting restitution. So hopefully as soon as we get inside, I'll be able to continue that, but it is just like impossible right now.
She says, thankfully, we have these highlight reels available for free on social media, and I can continue to give updates daily until I am in a more stable and comfortable space. For now, I'm just trying to keep my baby in and relaxed. That was January 22nd, 2024. Heather Gillespie. Okay.
You guys,
Please pray, send food for us, or just please send food for us, I guess. Asking Xavier if he receives any income and does he get a check from the state each month. This is a kind of predatory engagement you learn to steer clear of when working your way out of predatory situations like homelessness and oppression. What?
there is anyone out here handling our meals, that'd be fantastic. I don't know what's going on, sponsors, but Xavier says that he's going to get money, and then we sit here for 4 to 6 hours waiting, and I'm 36 weeks pregnant and have eaten only a little cold chicken today. So I don't know what's going on.
Did she just say she ate a little cold chicken?
I don't like it. They sent some weird-ass fucking crackheads around again this morning, the same ones that brought us those poisonous honeygram teddy bears when we were in Lincoln Park.
Did you hit some of that, Heather? Did you get some of that? You get some real good?
I thought that situation had been taken care of, so please follow up with me on that. Thank you.
You notice how she's talking about crack? It's the worst. The literal worst being with this version. He smells bad and acts like a woman. Ouch.
Also, for anyone who's been keeping track up until this point, every few days or weeks, depending on the circumstances, they will replace the Xavier who loves me and supports me with one who is an asshole. And it claims, like I said before, that it's him providing meals to me and another weird shit.
He said, yeah. They're arguing. That's right, Xavier. Speak up.
That would be
He said, yes. Yes, I am.
the same fake Xavier who was doing fentanyl in an alley this summer because the real Xavier doesn't do drugs. So if any sponsors or anyone who's been
I was waiting for Xavier to say something.
around and documenting this wants to chime in, that'd be fantastic. I don't want to fucking play with you people. I am 36, nearly 37 weeks pregnant. Where the fuck is Xavier? Now, on top of that, I'm dealing with a situation where Viviana, my oldest daughter, she has met Xavier and doesn't have an opinion of him. She says, thank you for bringing my mom, and she's grateful. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, before fake Xavier shows up, Viviana calls, or I call her, and she's like, Xavier is an asshole. My daughter doesn't talk like that. And it's the same time Xavier starts acting weird. So I know it's not Xavier and I know it's not Viviana. I'm curious to understand what the change is that takes all my family members and the people around me from being one way to being completely another way with no warning. I don't like it. I don't want to participate, and I do want to press charges against everyone involved. Vivi, please call mom. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, all packages. I got
Wow.
2 small bottles. I'm gonna breastfeed, but just to have on hand, just in case. And I really like these. They're silicone, they're soft. The baby can like squeeze them with his hands and it feels like a breast. So I like these. I got this. Look at this, you guys. They did not have this when my children were first born. All of this, a 30-piece set, and it all matches. Little elephants, little stars, and eight pairs of socks, 4 hats, long sleeve and short sleeve onesies, pants, sleepers. So that's an amazing start. And then Bobos and or Passies and my postpartum recovery. Bedroom.
Thank you, because that was hard to watch. Thank you, Instagram.
Marisa, living.
I'm in physical pain and I want to be with my children in my home. I have not felt entirely safe or even like a normal human since everything happened with COVID and Dylan's release. I feel like the entire industry turned gay and ran away. It's been total chaos. Now there are all of these random occurrences of getting our belongings wet when they were dry and clean, and we're doing all kinds of other things to destroy any minimal bit of peace that I find around me. Xavier is here and then not. I need him right now. Please stop making him do weird stuff. It hurts. I'm 36 weeks, 4 days. 1:46 p.m.
Like miserable to be around. I'm trying to change my vibe. I just really want some spa services and like a hot shower and a nap on a bed. So I'm trying to spend the money as responsibly as humanly possible. Xavier's father said he'll have the apartment by the time the baby comes, or we'll put us in a weekly hotel until he gets one.
What? Why?
Xavier says over 100% chance that his dad is not lying, that he will get the apartment and that there's nothing to worry about. Yet we're sitting here in a tent, getting soaking fucking wet. You guys have no idea. I'm walking back from the grocery store yesterday. It feels like someone...
I just feel like if he was going to get them an apartment whenever they had the baby, then he would have done it already. You know what I'm saying? Because... why would you do it whenever they had the baby, but you wouldn't do it while she was pregnant and it was freezing cold? You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I think maybe he's not going to help them.
Pulled my pelvis apart, like into 2 pieces. It was awful. Black ice everywhere. Now we need to make it somehow to the laundromat. Like, it's only a mile or 2 away, but I am in excruciating pain.
Nails did. Her nails have been done. Oh my gosh. Well, this was before she was pregnant. She loves doing old pictures. She literally lives in the past. Close your mouth. Close your window.
And the thing about me is that even when there's like fucking weird ass shit going on, like, I don't know, someone poops in Xavier's chancla, right? For instance, some of you may have been with us this summer when that happened. We can tell intuitively which of those actions are curated because they are looking for like to hear themselves on my social media and it like gets them off or some weird sick thing, versus like the vibes that are exploitative, like of children, like sex crimes that are going on or other sort of nefarious exploitation. So everyone should definitely be extra positive today and extra aware of what's going on around them, and just of their own actions, myself included. So praying not to go into labor yet. We need at least another 2 weeks for this baby to finish cooking. You guys send good vibes.
Postpartum recovery plan for me will be different than most. I will be using and documenting the recovery bands I have raved about for years at Amazon. Just delivered mine yesterday, and I'll be doing a live about the product on YouTube. Oh gosh. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm slightly immobilized at the moment due to being 36 weeks pregnant and having irregular contractions since week 28 to 29. This bothers me more than it does you, I promise.
Okay, now another question I have is that someone has clearly been using my phone. How do I know? I don't have any dislike to Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, but Stitch is not my favorite Disney character, nor is he one that I spend time looking up Instagram information on. Yet the algorithms on my phone are registering that someone has been using my phone or account to look up interests of their own, being Lilo and Stitch fan pages and products. That's not what I want in my algorithm because that's not what interests me. So when I go to my news feed, I want to see things that my AI is programmed to give me because they know I like them. Who is on my phone?
I'm excited about the opportunity to document my postpartum fitness journey, but nervous about labor. I know I've done this before 3 times, but it's been 10 years. Send good vibes. 36 weeks, 5 days. At Target has candles for $6. They smell amazing and are great for creating a calming, safe space to relax and decompress after a stressful day. Crocheting a blanket for the baby.
So a lot of you guys have been asking, what do I mean when I discuss sponsorship opportunities? Basically, for anyone who thinks that it's or agrees that it's yes, in fact, wrong to hold anyone in a tent in 2024, especially a mother of 3, soon to be 4, who's in her 36th, almost 37th week of pregnancy, and who wants to provide any sort of insight, assistance financially, direction, etc., and so forth, as well as private sponsors who prefer to remain anonymous, who want to contribute to GoPro Solo and the success of that endeavor, So basically, that is a production side with marketing, sales, etc., and so forth. I've proven time and time again that I'm not only intelligent and capable, but that I have a strong business plan. So you guys can look at some of the think boards for GoPro Solo. Check that out if you'd like. And if you'd like to sponsor, please email. So
I'm super grateful for this time of limited mobility to schedule my content topics and goals for the upcoming weeks.
I want to know from you guys, what do you think? Do you appreciate this unfiltered version of all the fucked up shit and good shit and everything in between that's going on being documented? Or would you prefer a more refined, type of delivery? Like, I could still tell you guys what's been going on, but I could not show it to you. I could only do professionally, edited photo shoots, and I could keep all my wrinkles hidden and, be every, woman who would do perfectly in these types of situations forwardly, and then elaborate on the struggles maybe in text on the blog or in some other way. I feel like the unfiltered is better. So this is just another example of the million examples I always provide about why it's difficult to live this way. Number one, I'm 36, about to be 37 weeks pregnant. I can literally have this baby anytime in the next 3 to 4 weeks. I can barely move, you guys. I slipped on black ice coming home from using the restroom because there's no restroom here. Coming home, I say home. Coming back to this tent, this is not my home. And my pelvic area has been in so much pain. It's a waste for me to go to the hospital. If I'm not in labor, they send me back home, and it's just a waste. I don't have the time or the energy to just continue arguing with these people. So I'm limited in mobility and in tremendous amounts of pain. We have been so intelligent about how we stay dry, about keeping our stuff clean. I don't like being dirty. I almost have OCD or OCD-like qualities about me if I feel dirty. I make it impossible to be calm around me. And that's for myself and everyone around me. Like, here's the thing about Xavier. He doesn't smoke. So they have some person here posing as Xavier, and he's rolling up homemade cigarettes. Look what he's doing. That in itself has my skin crawling, completely fucking crawling through the roof. I'm disgusted. Okay, so I get into an argument with this fake version of Xavier multiple times a day to please clean that shit up.
This is how he gets away with doing whatever you want.
Have 6 tarps underneath us and shower curtain liners that are waterproof, as well as I built from collected pieces of plywood with platforms on them from laminate flooring samples, a little platform here that has us about 2 to 3 inches off of the ground, so no water can affect us. Yet somehow I wake up and everything is soaked. I mean, drenched, like pounds of water. How the fuck do you figure?
I said absolutely not to that bus idea. Everything in this tent, I have worked to replace the items that were previously robbed from me. I have been promised an apartment for my baby and I and Xavier, the real one, not the trans version or the one from Team Sabotage, for 18 months now, and I'm due to give birth February 15th, 2024, in only 4 weeks.
So I literally have no choice but to sit here bothered, anxious, uncomfortable, and not in a way that causes you to take action or do something positive or create a new goal. I've been there and done that. I know how to do e-commerce. I'm waiting for them to get off of my phone and stop hacking it. I know how to calm my anxiety. I know what I need to be successful in any sort of business, and that is a stable, safe place to live where people are not intentionally triggering my OCD qualities and my anxiety. The hospital will not help, as I said. Social services as well as CAPS office have been contacted hundreds. Do you hear me? Hundreds of times. They have offered nothing. The best that they could do was a 7-day bus pass so that I could ride the bus 24 hours a day to areas of the city that I don't know at 37 weeks pregnant. That's intelligent. For the last several months.
1/24/24, 36 weeks, 5 days pregnant. Updates, #FTR. I want to press criminal and civil charges against everyone involved who is nefariously using or exploiting another person.
Almost the entire year, we've not had to worry about meals. Sponsors have stepped in every step of the way with regards to meals. And that's been one thing we haven't worried about. There has been one day in approximately 20 where it seems like we were completely forgotten about. Like, no one comes to help, no one comes to bring meals, like there's just no one. And then a couple of days a month where we are bombarded by people all around us, but no one is helping. They're almost like on purpose trying to hurt us. It's weird and confusing and scary. I just want to be back in my own space so that my 3 children who have lived with me their entire lives can come home. I can raise my unborn baby who's about to be born, and I can go on about my business. And that means business as in living my life as well as earning income and being a contributing member of society. So if you really want to talk about it, they know I'm nearly 37 weeks pregnant. If they're genuinely concerned about me the way they claim they are, and they just want to see what's best for us, my unborn baby included, why would they go around putting water on our belongings? They literally forced Xavier to use the last $20 he had left on bullshit, and it was supposed to be for laundry today, and then poured water on our belongings, if it's water. And this is the 3rd or 4th time they've done this. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. And no one, I don't know what it's going to take, but no one from this side of things, the right side of things, the non-detrimental or harmful or predatory side of things is doing anything to instigate it. We sit here alone. We don't talk to many. I make my content. I call resources. Every day is the same. And I apply for jobs and check on my children. Now, with incredibly limited...
4 years and counting. We've taken ample proactive measure to keep ourselves dry and clean. We literally apply to jobs. I check on my children, mind our own business, and I plan for a baby. I write up blog posts and theses on various topics, yet they still continue to poke and prod us like cattle. I'm not a cow. I'm a very pregnant woman with rights.
limited mobility, a huge pregnant
Oh, and she at POTUS, can you send help?
belly, and risking, God only knows what. I have to find a way to raise another, however much it is for laundry soap and laundry, when I should be using every sponsored and donated amount to stabilize my situation by clothing. Look at what I'm wearing. Is this what you think women dream of during their pregnancies? Being forced to wearing dirty clothes that have holes in them that barely fit them? No, this is bullshit. But I can't use $1 of the money that my sponsors send for me, because every time Xavier has money that's allotted for laundry, or we just have done laundry, they find a reason to force us to go use money to do the laundry that should be being used on my baby or my clothing. I just did laundry 8 days ago. It should be okay right now,
I do laundry every day.
So just some more
As I always say, and in the words of Kevin Gates, the truth can't stand next to a lie. The truth exposes a lie, and they cannot coexist. I am the truth.
proof that I actually have industry knowledge for social media marketing and management. I've grown all of those accounts on my own organically without paying for any sort of exposure or ads or to be in anyone's newsfeed. So there are programs and shortcuts that you can take. Again, there's nothing wrong with them, and there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of them if you have the budget to do so. I personally have not. So these are 4 out of numerous other accounts. I have the Strongest Doll. I have one Heather GE. I already said the Strongest Doll, Do You Doll, Merciful Storm, mercifulstorm.com, and many, many others that I've created over the years. Coco Chanel YSL, Sierra Chanel, many, many other accounts that I've successfully grown to 50, 60,000 followers. And this is in a relatively short period, like a year. So I do put my money where my mouth is. Oops. And what I say I am, I am. And it's really a shame that I have to keep on posting this proof that I've contacted the city's emergency placement departments numerous times, over and over and over, and I have not even so much as been responded to even once this entire year. I have 19 requests in September for housing assistance as a tax-paying citizen who has been working in the state of Illinois since I was 14 years old, and part one of many family members who has been paying into a tax system. I personally speak for all of us and the rest of society when I say, if we cannot offer legal, ethical housing for people like myself who are literally 37 weeks pregnant, who can we offer housing for? Where is our tax paying, our tax money going? All of these resources are rallied for. Political people say this is taken care of. Where's the money? Where's the housing? Hold on, let me check.
345 days in a row with no days inside of being unlawfully and unethically held in a tent with limited access to resources. More than 20 requests for shelters in September via the city's 311 department, and I am 37 weeks pregnant due to 2/15/24.
Now my hat is missing. So it's like, did they take my hat on purpose because they're pretending to be me? Or did they just take it on purpose because it's cold out and they needed a hat and they weren't trying to do anything nefarious? Or have I just misplaced my hat?
Another shout out to our sponsors for feeding us. Dang.
Take a moment to reiterate to you guys, I have literally absolutely no idea how I'm still alive right now. We're literally sleeping on this tiny little wooden platform inside of a tent in like an urban area, going on 8 weeks with space heaters preventing us from death. I'm 37 weeks pregnant. I am so round. I am so just ready to be indoors and in a bed and cook regular meals and be normal, I have no idea how I'm alive right now. I truly don't. I miss my babies so much. Babies, if you're watching, I love you. I miss you. Please call mom.